Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn Math with Priya. In this video, we are going to solve important MCQ questions from the previous year sample papers. There are 20 questions, 18 MCQ and 2 assertion and listening. Let's get into the video. You can also solve along with me. Before we begin question number 1, I request you all to subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet. So let's begin question number 1. The quadratic equation x square minus 4x plus k equal to 0 has distinct real roots. So when I have distinct real roots, only when b square minus 4ac is greater than 0. Isn't it? So from here, from the quadratic equation, I am going to filter what is a. A is coefficient of x square, which is 1. B is coefficient of x, which is minus 4. Okay, C is equal to K. Now I am going to substitute here minus 4 the whole square. Please mention it inside the bracket. 4 times of 1 times of K, which is greater than 0. 16 minus 4K is greater than 0. Now I am taking 4K to the other side. So 16 is greater than 4K. Okay, so 16 by 4 is greater than K. So what you will get? 4 is greater than k, or I can say k is less than 4. So which is option D. Question number 2. The number of polynomials. How many polynomials can be made with the zeros as minus 2 and 5. So if alpha is equal to minus 2, beta is equal to 5, you know the polynomial can be formed using the formula x square minus sum of the roots into x plus product of the root is equal to 0, isn't it? So x square minus sum of the root is minus 2 plus 5x plus product of the root will be minus 2 times 5, that is equal to 0. Okay, so sum of the root is alpha plus beta and product of the root will be alpha beta. So it will be x square minus 3x minus 10 equal to 0. This is one of the polynomial. If I am going to multiply this with some constant k, where k is a real number, then there will be multiple polynomials possible, isn't it? Since k is a real number, it can take any values like 1, 2, 3, and so on. So if I substitute k as 1, I will get one polynomial. If I substitute k is equal to 2, I will get another polynomial. If I substitute k is equal to 90, I will get another polynomial. So there are more than 3 polynomials possible to have the zeros as minus 2 and 5. So the option is D, more than 3. Question number 3. The pair of equation y equal to 0 and y equal to minus 7 as. So when I am plotting y equal to 0, that line will be here, right? This is y equal to 0 line. And what is y is equal to minus 7? So it will be somewhere here, isn't it? So this is another equation line. So think of, if these two lines are not going to intersect, I will not get any of the solutions, isn't it? Hence, the option is D, no solution. So only when two lines intersect, you will get the solutions. Question number 4. The line segment joining the point A 5, comma 3. So I am taking 5, comma 3 as x1, y1 and B minus 3, comma 11 as x2, y2 is divided by the point. So this is dividing the line segment AB. So I am making it as x, comma y. So if I draw a line segment AB, okay, so C is the point which divides a line segment. So A is 5, comma 3 and b is minus 3 comma 11 and c is 3 comma 5. So I'm just plotting the coordinates x1 y1 x2 y2 and x comma y. In order to find the ratio, I am just making the ratio as k is to 1. Okay, now I am going to use the section formula. Cx comma y is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n and my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So k is to 1. So where m is k and n is 1. I'm going to substitute all the values here. So x comma y is 3 comma 5, m is k, x2 is minus 3 plus n is 1, x1 is 5 by k plus 1 comma m is k, y2 is 11 plus 1 times y1 is 3 divided by k plus 1. Now, since I know the x coordinate and y coordinate on both the sides, I'm equating x coordinate with x value. That is, 3 is equal to k times minus 3 is minus 3k, 1 times 5 is 5 by k plus 1. Similarly, y coordinate with y coordinate. So 5 is equal to 11 times k plus 3 by k plus 1. So I can take any one of the equation and I can solve it. So I am taking 3 is equal to minus 3k plus 5 by k plus 1. So I am transposing to the other side. So I will get 3 times of k plus 1 is equal to minus 3k plus 5. Now evaluate the bracket using distributive. So 3 times k is 3k plus 3 times 1 is 3 is equal to minus 3k plus 5. So 3k and this minus 3k is transposed to the other side will become positive 3k is equal to 5 and plus 3 transposed to the other side will become minus 3. So 3k plus 3k is 6k, 5 minus 3 is 2. So k is equal to 2 by 6 which is reduced to 1 by 3. The required ratio is k is to 1 which implies 1 by 3 is to 1. So if 3 is taken to the other side, so the required ratio is 1 is to 3. Or you can just make it equivalent by multiplying 3 on both sides. So you will get 3 into 1 by 3 is to 1 is to 3. So 3 and 3 will get cancelled. So the required ratio is 1 is to 3. So the option is A, 1 is to 3. Question number 5. If P and Q are positive integers, so P is A cube B square and Q is A square B. I need to find the HCF. So HCF is nothing but product of minimum powers of a variable. So A appears in both P and Q and the minimum power for that is 2. So it is A square. Similarly, B appears in both P and Q and the minimum power is here. If there is no power, it is considered as 1. So it's just A square B, which is option A. The LCM of two numbers is 182 and the HCF is 13. If one of the number is 26, then the other number is. So we know the relation HCF into LCM is equal to product of two numbers. So A and B are the numbers, isn't it? So I'm going to substitute HCF as 13. LCM is 182 and one of the number I have taken for A, which is 26, and I don't know the other number. I'm keeping B as it is. Now transpose 26 to the other side. So 13 times 182 by 26 is equal to B. Cancel 13 one time, 13 twos are. Now cancel 182 and 2. So which is going to be 91. So B is 91, which is option D. Question number 7. The 11th and 13th term of an AP are 35 and 41 respectively. Find its common difference. So I need to find D, isn't it? So A11 is given as 35. So take the first number for the first value, okay? And A13 is equal to 41. So what is AN formula? A plus N minus 1 times D. So I don't know D, so I'm keeping the letter D as it is. So A11, which means N equal to 11, isn't it? So I'm substituting in the formula. So I will get A11, which is A plus 11, N is 11, right? So 11 minus 1 times D is equal to 35. Since A11 is 35, I'm equating the formula also equal to 35. So I will get A plus 10D is equal to 35. Let it be equation 1. Okay, similarly, for A13, I can equate with the 13 as n. So 13 minus 1 times d is equal to 41. That is given here, isn't it? So A plus 12d is equal to 41, which is equation 2. Now I am going to solve equation 1 and 2 by elimination method. Okay, so A plus 10d is equal to 35. A plus 12d is equal to 41. So now change sign to cancel A. So 10 minus 12d is equal to minus 2d. 35 minus 41 is going to be minus 6. So cancel minus and minus on both sides. So d is equal to 6 by 2. So d is equal to 3, which is option D. If 2 sine 2 theta is equal to root 3, then find the value of theta. So I'm going to transpose 2 to the other side. So multiplication crosses the equal sign becomes division, isn't it? So it becomes root 3 by 2. When sine theta will be root 3 by 2? It is sine 60 degree, right? In sine 60 degree of the tabulation, the value will be root 3 by 2. Now compare on both sides. 2 theta equal to 60 degree. Okay, so theta is equal to 60 by 2. So which implies theta is 30 degree, which is option A. Question number 9. The value of sine 30 degree cos 60 degree plus sine 60 degree cos 30 degree is. So here sine 30 degree value from the tabulation is 1 by 2 and cos 60 is also 1 by 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2 and cos 30 is root 3 by 2, isn't it? So 1 into 1 is 1, 2 into 2 is 4 in the denominator, root 3 times root 3 is 3, and 2 times 2 is 4 in the denominator. Since it is like fraction, I am just adding the numerator, keeping the denominator as it is. So 4 by 4, which is 1, option is B1. A girl walks 200 meter towards east. So let us understand the direction. So direction of the east is towards the right, west is left, north is up, south is down. Okay. So now I'm going to draw the figure. A girl walks 200 meter towards east. Okay. Now she is standing here and then 150 meter towards north. So she is now in this position. Now I need to find the distance of the girl from the starting point. So this is the distance. So you can see this makes an angle 90 degree. So this is a hypotenuse side. So as per Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to sum of square of other two sides. So it is 200 square plus 150 square. 200 square is 40,000 and 150 square is 22,500. When you add these two, I will get 62,500. So hypotenuse square is equal to 62,500. Hypotenuse is equal to root of 62,500, which is 250 meter, which is option B, 250 meter. There is a trick in finding the square of a number ending with zeros. So remember, if a number ends with 1 0, the square of a number will have two zeros at the end. If a number ends with 2 0, the square of a number will result in four zeros at the end. So the zero always doubles. Okay, use this trick wherever it is required. Let's move on to question number 11. Question number 11. The base radius of a cone and cylinder are equal. So, you know the radius of a cone as well as the cylinder are equal in length. If the curved surface area are also equal, so I need to find the ratio of slant height of the cone to the height of the cylinder. So, what is the CSA of cone? It is pi RL, isn't it? Is to, that is a ratio of cone, is to CSA of cylinder. So what is the CSA of cylinder? That is 2 pi RH. Pi and pi get cancelled and they said equal radii. So R and R get cancelled. So L is to 2H. I need to find the ratio of slant height to the height of the cylinder, isn't it? So L by H, bringing H to the other side is 2. That is 2 by 1, isn't it? So L is to H is nothing but 2 is to 1. The option is A. Question number 12. From an external point Q, the length of a tangent to the circle. So let me have a circle here. The external point is Q, and I'm going to draw the tangent to a point on the circle. Okay, so this is going to be 5 centimeter. Okay, and there is a center O. Now, I'm joining the O to the point where the tangent touches. Okay, so this is nothing but radius, isn't it? So now they have also given the distance of Q from the center. I know the radius is 8 always centimeter. Perpendicular to the so tangent. This is going to be so 8 centimeter. This is 90 degree. So now I need to find the radius of the circle. Okay, so opposite to 90 degree will be hypotenuse. As per Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to sum of square of other two sides. That is 5 square plus r square. So what is hypotenuse? It is 8 square is equal to 25 plus r square. So 64 is equal to 25 plus r square. 64 minus 25, I'm transposing 25 to the other side, is equal to r square. So 64 minus 25 is going to be 39, which is nothing but r square. Now if I need to find r is root of 39. Square crosses the equal sign, becomes square root, isn't it? So r is root 39 centimeter, which is option C. Question number 13. If the sum of areas of two circles with radii r1 and r2. So sum of the area. So I'm going to find the sum of two areas, that is one with radius r1. So it will be pi r1 square, and another circle of area pi r2 square, isn't it? That is equal to the area of a circle of radius capital R. So it is pi r square, isn't it? So take pi commonly outside. So you will get r1 square plus r2 square equal to pi r square. Pi and pi get cancelled on both sides. So r square is equal to r1 square plus r2 square, which is option B. Question number 14. If sin A is equal to 1 by 2, so when sin A will be 1 by 2? At sine 30 degree, isn't it? So I'm writing sine 30 instead of 1 by 2. So here if you compare, A will be 30 degree, isn't it? Similarly, they have given another condition, cos B is equal to 1. So when cos will be 1? At cos 0 degree, isn't it? So when I'm comparing, I'm getting B as 0 degree, isn't it? So now I have to see whether the condition obeys. So A should be greater than 0. Yes. So A is greater than 0 degree, which is 30 degree, right? And B is less than pi by 2. Pi is 180, so 180 by 2 is 90 degree, less than or equal to. Yes, 0 is less than or equal to pi by 2. So this condition obeys. So A and B values are correct. I need to find cot A plus B. So I'm going to substitute the degrees which I got for A and B here, which is 30 degree plus 0 degree. So cot 30 plus 0 is cot 30 degree, which is root 3. The option D. Question number 15. If O is the center of the circle and chord PQ makes an angle 50 degree with the tangent PR. So this is the chord PQ. Okay, it is making an angle 50 degree with the tangent PR. Okay, so now I need to find the angle subtended by the chord at the center. So they are asking me to find angle POQ. Okay, so how can I find it? I know QPR is 50 degree and OP is a radius perpendicular to the tangent. So OP is perpendicular to PR. So angle OPR is 90 degree. I know angle OPQ plus angle QPR is equal to 90 degree, isn't it? So I don't know OPQ, I'm keeping as it is. QPR is 50 degree from the given, okay, is equal to 90. So from here I can find angle OPQ is equal to 90 degree minus 50. I'm transposing 50 to the other side. So angle OPQ is equal to 40 degree. So this is 40. I'm shading here. Okay. And I know OP and OQ are radius and they are equal, isn't it? So OP is equal to OQ, which means the triangle OPQ is a isosceles triangle, isn't it? So if it is isosceles, then the base angles are equal. So I know angle OPQ is equal to angle OQP. So this is also 40 degree. I'm shading in the figure. Okay, now I can find POQ easily by angle sum property, isn't it? By angle sum property, what is angle sum property states that all the three angles added together to get 180 degree. So I am summing all the angle 40 degree plus 40 degree plus angle POQ is equal to 180. So angle POQ is equal to, so this becomes 80. So transposing 80 to the other side, 180 minus 80 will become 100 degree, which is option B. Question number 16. Given that sine theta is equal to A by B, find cos theta. So what is sine theta? Sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse, isn't it? And what is cos theta? Cos theta is adjacent by hypotenuse. So I know hypotenuse, which is going to be b. So you can check the denominator whether b is available. Yes, so definitely it is going to be option C. Or else I will show you how to find it out. So opposite is A, hypotenuse is B. So I know from Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent square, isn't it? So B square is equal to A square plus adjacent square. So take A square to the other side, B square minus A square is equal to adjacent square. So from here, I can find adjacent by taking square to the other side becomes square root. So it becomes b square minus a square. So now adjacent is root of b square minus a square. Substitute here. Cos theta is equal to root of b square minus a square by b. So without the calculation, you can identify the hypotenuse is B, so there is none other option which has a denominator B, so it could be option C. There is other way of finding it using identity. I know sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay, I need to find cos theta. So bring sine square theta to the other side. So cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. And if I want to take the square to the other side, it becomes square root of 1 minus sine square theta. Cos theta is equal to root of 1 minus what is sine theta? A by b. Sine square theta will be a by b the whole square, that is equal to root of 1 minus a square by b square. If you simplify, you will get b square minus a square by b square. If you take b square outside the square root, you will get root of b square minus a square by b, which is option C. Question number 17. For the following distribution, the marks are given and number of students are given. You can see the number of students are gradually increasing, which means they have given the cumulative frequency. It is not a continuous interval. The intervals are below 10, below 20, so on. So if I consider below 20, it also includes below 10. So I have to rearrange the tabulation in terms of class intervals. So 0 to 10, 20 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60, isn't it? So first let me write the cumulative frequency which is given here. 3, 12, 27, 57, 75, and 80. Now I need to find the proper number of students for this interval. Okay, 0 to 10 is 3, so I'm just keeping as it is. 10 to 20. So see here, below 20 is including below 10, right? Now I need only 10 to 20, so I have to subtract. So 12 minus 3, okay, that is equal to 9, isn't it? So now again I am subtracting 27 minus 12 to find the number of students in the class interval 20 to 30. So it is 27 minus 12 is going to be 15. Now 57 minus 27 is going to be 30, isn't it? So 75 minus 57, that is equal to 18, and 80 minus 75 is equal to 5. Remember, when you add all this, you should get the value 80. So let me try. 9 plus 3 is 12. 12 plus 15 is 27. 27 plus 30 is 57. 57 plus 18 is 75. 75 plus 5 is 80. So I'm getting 80, which means my value which I subtracted is right. Now check for the highest frequency, which is 30, isn't it? So maximum number of times repeated is going to be the mode. So 30 is the mode, and the class is going to be 30 to 40. Hence it is option C. Question number 18. The mean and mode of a frequency distribution are 28 and 16 respectively. So what is mean? Mean is 28 and mode is given as 16. So take the number and the values in order. Okay, so mean is the first number, mode is the second number. Now I need to find the median. So connecting mean, median, and mode, I have a formula which is 3 median minus 2 mean is equal to mode. So I'm going to substitute the given and then I'm going to find the median by transposing. So 3 median minus 2 minus 28. So I'm substituting here equal to mode, which is 16. So 3 median minus what is 2 times 28? It is going to be 56, isn't it? That is equal to 16. Now I am transposing 56 to the other side. So I will get 3 median is equal to 16 plus 56, which is going to be 72. So 3 median is 72. If I transpose 3 to the other side, what I will get? It is 72 by 3, which is going to be 24, isn't it? So your answer is option C. Question number 19. The value of y is 3 if the distance between the point p2 comma minus 3 and q10 comma y is 10. So I am just writing the point p is 2 comma minus 3, q is 10 comma y, and they have given the value of y as 3. So it is 10 comma 3, isn't it? So I am representing point p2 comma minus 3 as x1 comma y1 and q as x2 comma y2. So how we will find the distance between p and q? Using distance formula, right? That is root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square will be the distance between pq. So they have given the distance between pq as 10, and I am going to substitute the value of x2, x1, y2, y1. Root of 10 minus 2 the whole square plus 3 minus 3 the whole square, okay, is equal to pq is 10. Now I am taking square root to the other side, so it becomes 10 square, isn't it? And here 10 minus 2 is 8, so 8 square plus 3 minus 3 will become plus 3, isn't it? So 6 square. So I'm going to check whether 8 square plus 6 square is 10 square. It is 8 square is 64, 6 square is 36, equal to 100. Is it 100? 60 plus 30 is 90, 4 plus 6 is 10, so 100 is equal to 100, which means the given assertion is true. Now come for the reason. The distance between 2 points is given by the formula root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Yes, it is true, isn't it? So both the assertion and reason is true, and R is the correct explanation of assertion, isn't it? Which means the option is A. So let's do the last question. Question number 20. The assertion is given as the number 6 power n never ends with digit 0 for any of the natural number n. So how can I express 6? 6 can be expressed as the product of prime numbers 2 times 3, and the power is n, isn't it? So always remember, any number which can be expressed as 2 power m into 5 power n can end with digit 0. Okay, so now in 6 power n, do we have a 5 as a factor? It is not, right? So it never ends with digit 0 for any of the natural number. How about 9 power n? That is a reason, isn't it? So 9 power n is 3 times 3 the whole power n. Again, it cannot be expressed in the form of 2 power n into 5 power n. This also never ends with digit 0 for any natural number. So both the statement A and R are true because they already said it never ends with, right? But now check whether R is a correct explanation of A. So they haven't given any explanation regarding 2 power m into 5 power n. So both assertion and reason are true, but R is not the correct explanation of A, isn't it? So the option is B. So the answer is given here. Hope you have solved all the 20 questions along with me. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, and let's meet on my next video for solving another sample paper. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn Math with Priya. In this video, we are going to discuss 21 to 25 questions from section B, which carries 2 marks. Let us start with the 21st question. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe so that you will get the notification whenever I post a new video. All the best for your board examination. Question number 21. In the given figure, find the value of x in terms of A, B, and C. So I have to represent X in terms of A, B, and C. First, let me consider the two triangle KNP and triangle KLM. So here I know angle K is equal to angle K because it is a common vertex, and angle PNK is equal to angle LMN. If the corresponding angles are equal, I can specify PN is going to be parallel to LM, isn't it? So I'm just filtering all the criterias from the given figure. So as per angle criteria, I can say triangle KNP is similar to triangle KML, isn't it? So now I can write the ratios as Kn by Km is equal to Pn by Lm. I already added the length of Km as B plus C because I can substitute in Km. What is Kn? Kn is C and Km is the total length, that is B plus C, is equal to Pn is X and Lm is A. Now I am just taking A to the other side because I need only X. So which is AC by B plus C is equal to X. Now I represented X in terms of A, B and C. Question number 22. XY and MN are tangents drawn at endpoints of a diameter. First write the given. XY is a tangent to a circle, isn't it? And it touches at a point D. So you have to write XY is a tangent to a circle at point D. So I know OD is perpendicular to XY because radius will always be perpendicular to the tangent. We know that theorem, right? Hence, angle EDY will be 90 degree. So this angle will be 90 degree. Similarly, the other side also, isn't it? Now I am considering MN. MN is also another tangent to a circle at a point E, isn't it? So I'm writing this, and from here I can understand again OE is a radius which is perpendicular to MN. Why it is so? Because radius is perpendicular to tangent. So now I can say OEM or DEM is equal to 90 degree. So angle EDY is equal to angle DEM is equal to 90 degree, which is nothing but alternate interior angles, isn't it? So I can consider these two as alternate interior angles when this will be equal only if XY is parallel to MN. So hence proved. Let's move on to question number 23. We have an internal choice. So I will do both the questions. Okay, first let me start with the first question. Find A and B if sine A plus 2B is equal to root 3 by 2. So when sine will be root 3 by 2, that is sine 60 degree, isn't it? So I'm equating to sine 60. So sine 60 degree value is root 3 by 2. So now compare both the sides. So I can filter A plus 2B will be 60 degree, isn't it? Sine will be on both sides. So I just ignore it and write whatever is needed. Similarly, if I go for cos A plus B is given as 1 by 2. So when cos will be 1 by 2, at what degree? At cos 60 degree, isn't it? Hence, after comparing, I'm just filtering A plus B as 60 degree. So now I have two equation. Let me name it as 1 and 2. I'm going to solve it to find A and B. So A plus 2B is equal to 60 degree and A plus B is equal to 60 degree. So change the sign and cancel A or eliminate A. 2B minus B is B, that is equal to 0 degree. Okay, after getting B, I can substitute in any one of the equation. So I'm taking equation 1. So substitute B equal to 0 in equation 1. I will get A plus 2B equal to 60 degree. So A plus 2 times of 0 degree is equal to 60 degree, which is nothing but A is 60 degree. So I get the value of A and B, that is A is 60 degree and B is 0 degree. Let's do question number 23. We have an internal choice. So this is the second question of 23. Okay, so 1 plus cos A into 1 minus cos A is given as 3 by 4. I know this is written as A plus B into A minus B format. So the identity is A square minus B square, isn't it? So 1 plus cos A into 1 minus cos A is equal to 3 by 4, which is nothing but 1 square minus cos square A as per the identity A square minus B square, which is 3 by 4. 1 square is 1 minus cos square A is equal to 3 by 4. So I'm taking cos square A to the other side and bringing 3 by 4 to the left hand side because cos square A is negative. So I'm taking to the right hand side to make it positive. So now if I take the LCM, I will get 1 by 4 is cos square A, isn't it? And cos A will be square crosses the equal sign will become square root, that is 1 by 4. So it is nothing but plus or minus 1 by 2. So cos A is plus or minus 1 by 2. Okay, but I need tan A. Tan A is nothing but sin A by cos A, isn't it? So I need to find sin A as well. So how can I find sin A? Again, I am coming to this equation. So let me name it as equation 1. Again, from equation 1, I know 1 square minus cos square is sine square. As per the identity, sine square A plus cos square A is 1, isn't it? So sine square A is nothing but 1 minus cos square A. So I can substitute instead of 1 minus cos square A as sine square A, that is equal to 3 by 4. So now take square to the other side. So sin A is equal to root of 3 by 4, which is nothing but plus or minus root 3. Square root of 4 will become 2 outside the square root. So sin A is equal to plus or minus root 3 by 2. Now find tan A. Tan A is equal to sin A by cos A. So sin A is plus or minus root 3 by 2 divided by plus or minus 1 by 2. So cancel 2 and 2. Okay, so it is nothing but plus or minus root 3. Question number 24. From an external point P, two tangents PA and PB are drawn to a circle with center O. So I know the tangent from the external point to the point of contact on the circle is going to be equal in length, isn't it? So PA is equal to PB. Now, at a point E on the circle, another tangent is drawn to intersect PA at C and PB at D respectively. You can see these 2 points, isn't it? So now think of C is also an external point. From C, there is a tangent CA touching the point of contact at A, right? So I know CA and CE will also be equal if you consider C as an external point and CA and CE are the tangent to the point of contact on the circle, isn't it? So this will be equal. Similarly, if you consider D as an external point, I know DB is equal to DE, isn't it? So now come to the next part of the question. If PA is 10 centimeter, so if the length of the tangent PA is 10 centimeter, PA is equal to PB, so that is also equal to 10 centimeter, isn't it? So now I need to find the perimeter of triangle PCD. So how I will find it? What is perimeter? Sum of the length of all three sides, we call it as perimeter, isn't it? The length of the outer boundary. So I'm going to add all the three sides PC plus CD plus DP. So here CD I'm splitting as since E is a point on CD. So I'm splitting CD as CE plus ED plus DP. So now change CE as CA. Okay, because we know, let it be equation 1. So from equation 1 we know CE as CA, right? So I'm replacing CE as CA. Similarly, from equation 2 I know ED is represented as BD or DB, right? Plus DP. So now you combine these two together. What is the length of PC plus CA? It is going to be the overall length of PA, right? Plus similarly BD plus DP will be PB. So we already know the length of P and PB which is given in the question, that is 10 plus 10, which is 20 centimeter. Okay, so this is going to be the perimeter of triangle PCD. Question number 25 as an internal choice. You can either choose the first question or the second question. But yes, let us do both the questions now. Okay, let's move on to the first question. In this question, I have drawn the rough figure. A rope by which a cow is tethered, that is tied, is increased from 16 meter to 23 meter. So here, think of the center is the where the cow is tied. Okay, with the radius length of the rope as 16 meter. So you know the cow can graze the field of this area for radius 16 meter, isn't it? So I'm shading that area. Now the radius has been increased to 23 meters, so which means it can graze extra area, that is the circle which I mentioned as a outer layer, isn't it? It can include this yellow space as well as the blank space, isn't it? But I need to find how much additional ground does it have to now to graze. So only this I have to find. Okay, because 23-meter rope will include that yellow zone, but I need what is the additional ground if the radius has been increased from 16 meter to 23 meter, which means I need to find the area of the shaded region. So what is the area of additional ground? So I know it is a shape as a circle, isn't it? So area of a circle is pi r square, and the bigger radius is capital R, okay, and the smaller radius is smaller. So R is capital R is 23 meter, that is the radius of the outer circle, square, minus pi, and small r is 16 meter, that is 16 square. Now take pi commonly outside, so you know it is 23 square minus 16 square. Either you can just square it 23 square, or you can just use the formula a square minus b square identity. I'm going to use that. Pi value is 22 by 7. So what is a square minus b square? A plus b into a minus b, right? So 23 plus 16 into 23 minus 16. Okay, as I said, you can either square and subtract it. That is also right. Okay, so keep 22 by 7 as it is. And what is 23 plus 16? It is going to be 39, and 23 minus 16 is going to be 7. So 39 times 7. So now I can cancel 7 and 7 because all are in multiplication. So finally I have 22 times 39. So I'm multiplying it. So the answer is going to be 858 meter square. So this is the area of the additional ground the cow can graze. So let us do the internal choice of question number 25. Find the area of unshaded region. Remember, they haven't asked the shaded region. Don't misconcept yourself and find the area of shaded region. They are asking to find the area of unshaded. That is a blank region. Okay, shown in the given figure. So this blank region, I can see four semicircles. So if I draw the diameter for each semicircle, it makes a square. So, what is area of unshaded region is made up of? Area of unshaded region is made up of area of one square, isn't it? Area of one square plus four semicircles, so plus four times area of semicircle, isn't it? But do I know the side of smaller square? No, right? But I know the side of a bigger square. So now what I'm going to do, let me take the diameter of this semicircle as x. So which means the side of a square is going to be x, isn't it? So see here, the area of one square is going to be x times x, that is x square, and 4 times area of semicircle is, I know circle is pi r square, and area of semicircle will be pi r square by 2. Isn't it? Cancel it. So it is 2 pi r square, isn't it? And what is r here? So I need to find the radius first. From the figure, I know diameter of this semicircle is going to be the side of a small square, isn't it? So what is radius then? So diameter is equal to x, that is the side of a small square. So radius is x by 2. So first I need to determine x. So see here, from this center to the semicircle, we call it as radius. So the diameter is x, so radius is x by 2. Okay, and for this square, the side length is x. So from here to here, it is x, isn't it? Again, from the center to the semicircle is radius, so it is x by 2. So if I add all this length, I will get x by 2 plus x by 2. Okay, x by 2 plus x by 2 is x, so I will get 2x, isn't it? So I know the length from the curve of the semicircle to the other end of the semicircle is going to be 2x, and on either side there is a width of 3 centimeter. So 2x plus 3 is going to be the bigger side of a square, that is 14 centimeter given in the figure, isn't it? So I'm equating to 14. Do you understand? So I am just equating this length to 14 centimeter. Okay, I'm adding all the required details. Okay, so 2x plus 6 is equal to 14. 2x equal to 14 minus 6. I'm transposing. So 2x equal to 8. X equal to 8 by 2, which is 4 centimeter. So the side length of a square is 4 centimeter. So what would be the radius? That is 4 by 2, right? So x by 2, so 4 by 2 is 2 centimeter. Now I have all the details. I know x is 4 centimeter, r is 2 centimeter. I'm going to substitute here. So x is 4 square plus 2 pi, r square is 2 square. So that is going to be 16 plus 2 square is 4, 4 times 2 is 8 pi. Okay, so 16 plus 8 pi centimeter square is your area of unshaded region, or you can substitute pi as 22 by 7 or 3.14. So you will get the approximation of the area as 41.12 centimeter square. So this is your area of unshaded region. So we have completed all the questions from section B, question number 21 to 25 with the internal choices of sample paper 3. If you have not seen my previous video on MCQs, please click the link here. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and click the bell icon so you will get the notification of the newly posted videos. The next video will be on section C from the sample paper 3. Keep practicing and wait for my next video. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn Math with Priya. In this video, we are going to discuss questions from section C from sample paper 3. Hope you have watched my previous video on MCQ and section B from sample paper 3, isn't it? If not, please do click the link here. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you will get the notification of the newly posted video. Let's begin. Question number 26. I have to prove sin theta minus cos theta plus 1 by sin theta plus cos theta minus 1 equal to secant theta plus tan theta. You can compare sin theta. So how can I convert sin theta to either secant theta or tan theta? Is it possible? Yes, I can divide by cos, right? Sin by cos is tan. So similarly, cos theta by cos theta will become 1. If I divide 1 by cos theta, I will get secant theta. So I can divide by cos theta throughout, okay, both in numerator and in denominator. So numerator is specified by nr and denominator I'm specifying just in short form as dr. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to divide by cos theta both in the numerator to all the terms. Okay, so cos theta by cos theta plus 1 by cos theta divided by sin theta by cos theta plus cos theta by cos theta minus 1 by cos theta. So you can cancel wherever it is possible. So cos theta and cos theta will get cancelled and it is 1. Here cos theta and cos theta will get cancelled, it will get. So this can be written as sin by cos is tan, right? Tan theta minus 1 plus 1 by cos theta is secant theta by sin by cos tan plus 1 minus secant theta. So I'm taking LHS, I'm dividing by cos theta throughout, and I just converted to everything in terms of secant and tan as my right hand side is secant and tan. But still I haven't got the result, isn't it? So what I'm going to do, this one I'm going to convert with the identity secant square minus tan square. I know 1 plus tan square theta is equal to secant square theta. So I have to change 1 in the numerator. So keep denominator as it is, okay? So 1 can be written as secant square theta minus tan square theta. So only for 1, you have to keep the negative sign outside. So which means you have to replace 1 by secant square minus tan square inside the bracket. Remember, enclose the bracket or else your answer is going to be wrong. Okay? By tan theta plus 1 minus secant theta. So you combine tan theta plus secant theta, okay, minus secant square minus tan square is a square minus b square. So I am just writing as a plus b into a minus b, that is secant theta plus tan theta into secant theta minus tan theta, okay, by tan theta plus 1 minus secant theta. So I am not doing anything to the denominator. Got it? So if you take secant plus tan theta commonly out, you will get secant theta plus tan theta, which is commonly out. So in the place of secant theta plus tan theta, I can write 1 and minus. So the remaining is secant theta minus tan theta by the denominator tan theta plus 1 minus secant theta. So now you multiply by minus. So you will get secant theta plus tan theta into 1 minus secant theta plus tan theta divided by tan theta plus 1 minus secant theta. You can see that these two terms are same, positive 1 minus secant theta minus secant theta plus tan theta, right? So cancel these two. So your answer will be secant theta plus tan theta. That is what I have to prove, isn't it? Hence proved. Question number 27 as an internal choice. We are going to see the first question. A part of monthly hostel charges in a college is fixed. So let the monthly hostel charge be x. Okay, so I'm defining with a variable x. So this is fixed, right? And the remaining amount depends on number of days one has taken food in the mess. When a student A takes food for 22 days, so let the amount per day, right, for food is equal to y. So now I am just going to read the statement again. When a student A takes food for 22 days, so x is the monthly charge which is fixed plus 22y, because per day the cost is y. So for 22 days he is taking food, so 22y is equal to 1380. Now, whereas a student B who takes food for 28 days, so X is a monthly charge which is fixed plus 28Y is going to pay 1680 as the hostel charge. Find the fixed charges, that is X, and the cost of food per day. So I'm going to find X as well as Y. So I know the elimination method will be easy to solve. So I'm just cancelling this after changing sign. 22 minus 28y is minus 6y. So what I'm doing, I'm subtracting two equation, right? Equal to minus 300. So minus and minus on both sides get cancelled. So y is equal to 300, y 6. So y is equal to 50. So the charge for food per day is rupees 50. So now I need to substitute y in any of the equation. Let it be equation 1 and 2. So I'm taking the first equation itself. X plus 22y is equal to 1380. So x plus 22 times y is 50, isn't it? Is equal to 1380. So x plus 1100. So 22 into 5 is 110. So one more zero is there. So it's 1100 is equal to 1380. X is equal to 1380 minus 1100. So it is going to be rupees 280, isn't it? So now I have to conclude fixed charges, that is x, that is equal to rupees 280, and the cost of food per day is equal to, that is y, right? So is equal to rupees 50. Question number 27 as internal choice. We are moving to the second question of 27. The ratio of income of two person is 9 is to 7 and the ratio of their expenditure is 4 is to 3. Okay, so they have given the ratio of income of two person and the expenditure of two persons. Okay, so let me define the income be x and expenditure be y. Okay, so I'm going to represent the saving in terms of x and y. So the first person income is 9 and the expenditure is 4, isn't it? So income means what I'm getting, Okay, expenditure is what I spent it, so that will be minus, right? So 9x minus 4y is equal to, so how much they saved? Each of them managed to save rupees 2000. So that will be my right hand side. Okay, let it be equation 1. And the income of second person is 7, so 7 times x. Okay, and the expenditure is 3, so minus 3y is equal to 2000. So let it be equation 2. Now I am going to solve this equation to find out the income, that is x, or the expenditure y, by either substitution method or elimination method. So I am going for elimination method. So I am multiplying equation 1 by 3 throughout. So this will result in 27x minus 12y is equal to 6000. So I'm just multiplying each term with 3. Similarly, the second equation has to be multiplied with 4. So this will result in 28x minus 12y is equal to 8000. So my aim is to eliminate y. So I have to subtract these two equations. So change the sign of all the terms of the second equation. Now minus 12y plus 12y will get eliminated. 27x minus 28x is minus x. 6000 minus 8000 is minus 2000. So cancel negative on both sides. So the income is rupees 2000. They are asking me to find the monthly income, so I don't want to worry about the expenditure, which is y, isn't it? So the two-person monthly income. Okay, so what is the first person monthly income? Just conclude it. First person monthly income is 9x, right? So which is 9 times 2000, that is equal to 18,000. Okay, and the second person monthly income is 7x, isn't it? That is 7 times 2000 is rupees 14,000. So conclude the same. 28 question. Prove that root 5 is a irrational number. First, what we will do? Let us assume root 5 is a rational number. Okay, so you know this is a famous proof, right? They can ask root 3 or root 5 or root 7. So let us assume root 5 is a rational number first. So it can be, if it is a rational number, it can be represented in terms of p by q, right? Numerator by denominator, where the denominator is not equal to 0 and p and q are co-prime, which means the HCF will be 1, isn't it? Co-prime numbers. Okay, now just take q to the other side. So root 5q is equal to p. Okay, so square on both sides. So when I'm squaring on both sides, I will get root 5q the whole square is equal to p square. That is 5q square is equal to p square. So I know p square is divisible by 5, or I can say 5 divides p square, right? So we have a theorem, if p square is divisible by 5, p is also divisible by 5, right? So I can express p as 5c. Okay, so p square is equal to, because I have to substitute in terms of p square, so p square is 25c square. Okay, now take this as equation 1. So substitute p square in equation 1. So we will get 5q square is equal to 25c square, isn't it? So again, if I just cancel 5 on both sides, you will get q square is equal to 5c square. So now I know q square is divisible by 5, isn't it? So q is also divisible by 5. So which means, actually, I have considered that as a rational number, which means p and q are co-prime. It doesn't have any other common factor other than 1, right? But if p and q are divisible by 5, then I know p and q have a common factor 5, right? Because both are divisible by 5. Common factor as 5. This contradicts my assumption, right? This contradicts my assumption. That is what I assumed. I assumed that it's a rational number because it can be expressed as p by q, and p by q are co-prime. It doesn't have a common factor, but it has a common factor as 5. So this contradicts my assumption root 5 is a rational number. So hence we can prove root 5 is an irrational number. Got it? So this is my proof for root 5 is an irrational number. Question number 29. Find the zeros of quadratic polynomial and verify the relation between the zeros and coefficient of a polynomial. So after finding the zeros, that is a solution of the polynomial, I need to verify it. Okay. So how I will find the zeros of the polynomial? Let me define the polynomial of x be 6x square minus 7x minus 3, right? So I can equate the polynomial to 0 to get the zeros of the polynomial. So I am going to factorize this. Polynomial of x is 6x square minus 7x minus 3, that is equated to 0. So 6 times minus 3 is minus 18. So that will be put up on the top and minus 7. So I know the two number I have to select. That pair of number multiplied to get minus 18, added or subtracted to get minus 7. So what are the possibilities? 9 times 2 is 18, but it is positive 18. Okay, but here it is negative 18. So what I have to do? I have to change any one of the sign as negative. And you can see here it is minus 7. So the greater number should have minus. Now 6x square minus 9x plus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So what I'm doing, I'm splitting the middle term minus 7x as minus 9x plus 2x. Isn't it? Whatever, I got the pairs here. So now take the common factor 3x out. So the remaining will be 2x minus 3. And here there are no common factors, so I'm just taking one out. So you will get 2x minus 3 equal to 0. So again I can take the common factor 2x minus 3 out. So the remaining will be 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So equate 2x minus 3 equal to 0. You will get one of the zeros. Okay, 2x equal to 3, x equal to 3 by 2 is a solution for x. Okay, we have to get the other solution. So 3x plus 1 equal to 0, 3x equal to minus 1, x equal to minus 1 by 3 is the other solution of x. So the two zeros are, I can name it as alpha is equal to 3 by 2 and beta is equal to minus 1 by 3. These are the two zeros. Now I am going to verify. Okay, so the next step is to verify the relationship. How you will verify? We have the relation alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, isn't it? So what is alpha plus beta? First, let me add the two zeros. 3 by 2 minus 1 by 3. That is 9 minus 2 by 6. I'm taking LCM, so that is going to be 7 by 6. Okay, so I verify with the coefficients. So alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So from the equation, just filter a, b and c. A is equal to 6, b is equal to minus 7, c equal to minus 3, right? So substitute here. So minus of minus 7 by 6, that is plus 7 by 6. So both are equal, isn't it? So I verify the relation. Now you go for the product of the roots. So alpha beta is equal to c by a. First find the product of two zeros, that is 3 by 2 times minus 1 by 3. So 3 and 3 will get cancelled, so your answer will be 1 by 2. Now find it by the coefficients. Okay, so alpha beta is equal to c by a. I already filtered and written what is c? Minus 3 by a is 6, which will be reduced to minus 1 by 2. Again, I verified the product of the roots as well. So I have verified the sum of the roots and the product of the roots with the coefficients of the polynomial. Question number 30 is an internal choice question, and let's solve the first question of question number 30. Let's write the given. So I know that two parallel tangents are xy, that is parallel to x prime y prime. Okay, and these two are tangents, right? And AB is another tangent to a circle which intersect at point C. Okay, intersect at point C and also intersect xy at point A and x prime y prime at point B, isn't it? So they are asking me to prove the intercept of a tangent between two parallel tangents to a circle subtend a right angle at the center. So they are asking me to prove angle AOB. Okay, because these are the intersection points of two parallel tangents, right? So angle AOB makes right angle at the center is equal to 90 degree. So what is the proof? So first let me consider the true triangle OAP and OAC. Okay, I'm considering these two triangles. So try to prove the congruency. I know that OP is equal to OC. Why? It is radius. And OA is a common side is equal to OA, isn't it? And also I know from the external point the tangents are equal. So AP is equal to AC. The tangent from the external point to the point of contact of a circle are equal. So by SSS congruency, I know this triangle are congruent to each other, right? That is triangle OAP is congruent to triangle OAC, which means I know by CPCT, I can say angle AOP is equal to angle AOC. Got it? So let me consider the angle AOP as 1 and angle AOC will also be 1 as per the congruency proof, right? So now if I consider these two triangles again, I can prove by congruency that these two triangles are congruent to each other. So I can say similarly angle BOQ is equal to angle BOC. So I am taking these two as angle 2 since they are equal, right? So I know angle AOP is equal to AOC is equal to angle 1 and angle BOQ is equal to BOC is equal to angle 2. Now add all these angles so it will give you the angle on a straight line. BOQ is a line, isn't it? So angle 1 plus angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 2 will make a straight line that is equal to 180 degree. So 2 times of angle 1 plus angle 2 will be equal to 180 degree, which implies angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 by 2, which is 90 degree. So this is what they are asking me to prove. So I proved angle 1 is nothing but AOC and angle 2 I can take it as BOC is equal to 90 degree. So angle AOB is equal to 90 degree. This is what I have to prove, isn't it? Let's come to second question of question number 30, which is an internal choice. Prove that the opposite sides of a quadrilateral circumscribing a circle subtend supplementary angles. Supplementary means the angle opposite sides are making an angle 180 degree at the center. So let's draw the figure. So see the figure. Here you can see all the four sides of a quadrilateral circumscribe a circle. Okay. So now I am taking the opposite sides, that is AD and BC, and it makes an angle at the center, right? So this angle AD, which makes an angle AOD, and BC makes an angle with the center as BOC. So these two angles add up to get 180 degree. That's what my proof should be. Okay. So let me just take two triangle first to prove the congruency. So I am taking AOP, okay, and AOS. So in these two triangle, what are the things you know? OA is a common side, right? OA is equal to OA, so common side of these two triangles. And I know OAS is equal to OP. Why? Because these are radius, isn't it? From the center to the point on the circle. And also I know AP is equal to AS because A is an external point to the tangent from the external point to the point of contact on the circle is going to be equal, isn't it? So AP equal to AS. So by SSS congruency, I can prove that these two triangles are congruent to each other. So triangle AOP is congruent to triangle AOS. Okay. So I can say by CPCT, the angle AOP, okay, is equal to angle AOS. That is angle 1 is equal to angle 8. Similarly, if I consider the triangle BOP and BOQ, I can say okay, angle 2 will be equal to angle 3. Similarly, angle 4 will be equal to angle 5 and angle 6 is equal to angle 7. Isn't it? Now, around a point O, all the angles will sum up to 360 degree. Isn't it? So angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 3 So on till angle 8, if I sum up, that is going to be 360 degree, isn't it? So I'm equating to 360. Now, you know angle 1 and angle 8 are equal. So I'm just rearranging. So angle 1 plus angle 8 is rearranged, and angle 2 and angle 3 are equal, and angle 4 and angle 5 are equal, and angle 6 and angle 7 are equal, isn't it? So what I am doing, if I replace angle 8 as angle 1, so it will be 2 times of angle 1, isn't it? Similarly, angle 2 and angle 3 are equal, so I can replace angle 3 as angle 2, so it will be 2 times of angle 2, and here it is 2 times of angle phi, isn't it? 4 and 5 are equal, so I'm just keeping as angle phi, and 6 and 7 are equal, so I'm keeping as angle 6. Okay, is equal to 360. So I'm just taking 2 commonly outside, so I will get angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 equal to 360. So transpose to the other side. So you will get angle 1 plus angle 2 plus angle 5 plus angle 6 equal to 360 by 2, that is 180 degree, isn't it? So check from the figure what is angle 1 plus angle 2, that is angle AOB, isn't it? And what is angle 5 plus angle 6, that is angle COD, is equal to 180 degree. So I know AB and CD are opposite sides. So, opposite side subtend supplementary angle at the center. I approved it, isn't it? In case I have to prove angle AOD plus angle BOC equal to 180 degree, from equation 1, I can replace angle 1 as angle 8. Okay, so angle 8 plus angle 8. Okay, and angle 2 and angle 3 will be replaced as angle 3 plus angle 3, because angle 2 and angle 3 are equal, so angle 2 I replaced as angle 3. Okay, and angle 4 is equal to angle 5, isn't it? So that I am replacing as angle 4. Got it? And angle 6 and angle 7 are equal, so that I am replacing as angle 7. Okay, is equal to 360. So now I will get 2 times of angle 8 plus 2 times of angle 3 plus 2 times of angle 4 plus 2 times of angle 7 is equal to 360, isn't it? So take 2 commonly out, so I will get angle 8 plus angle 3 plus angle 4 plus angle 7 is equal to 360. So now I am rearranging angle 8 plus angle 7 together. Okay, and angle 3 plus angle 4 together is equal to 360 divided by 2, that is 180 degree. What is angle 8 plus angle 7, which is angle AOD, isn't it? Angle 3 plus angle 4 is angle BOC, that is equal to 180 degree. So here I have proved AD and BC are the opposite sides, subtend supplementary angle at the center. So either you can go with this proof, or you can prove angle AOD plus COD is equal to 180, and you can say similarly angle AOD plus BOC equal to 180 degree. I have proved both in order to make you familiar with the concept. Question number 31. One card is drawn at random from a well shuffled deck of 52 playing cards. So, what is the total number of cards? 52, isn't it? So, that is going to be the total outcomes. Find the property of the card that is drawn, either a red card or a king. So, probability of either a red card, okay, or a king. It can be a red card or it can be a king. So how many red cards are there? 13 plus 13, isn't it? That is totally 26 red cards are there. And how about the king? There is two more black king, because there are four kings and two red kings are already included here, so plus two more black king, right? So totally 26 plus 2 will be 28 cards. So the probability of getting a red card or a king will be 28 out of 52. And this can be reduced further. That is, I'm dividing by 4. So if I divide by 4, it becomes 7 by 13, isn't it? So now They are asking what is the probability that the card drawn is neither a red card nor a queen. Neither a red card means I should go with the black cards. So there are how many black cards possible? 13 plus 13, which is 26, isn't it? Nor a queen. So I already excluded all the red cards. So two queens are already excluded, and the remaining two black queens should be excluded, isn't it? Because I don't need a queen as well. So the probability will be 24. So the probability of neither a red card nor a queen, okay, is equal to 24 out of the total number of cards, which is 52. So if I divide by 2, I will get 12 by 26. Again I can divide by 2, so which gives me 6 by 13. So this is your answer. So this is the last question from section C of sample paper 3. In my next video, we are going to discuss all the questions from section D, which comprises of 5 mark each. So let's wait for my next video. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn Math with Priya. In this video, we are going to discuss question 32 to 35, which carries 5 marks from section D of sample paper 3. Let's begin. Question number 32 as an internal choice question. Let's deal with the first question. A vessel is in the form of inverted cone. So I'm just drawing the inverted cone. Okay. Its height is 8 centimeter. Okay. And the radius of the top, which is open, is 5 centimeter. Okay. It is filled with the water till the brim. So it is open. Okay. So it is filled with water. When lead shots are added, okay, there are so many lead shots, and I'm going to add in each of which is a sphere of radius. So for this lead shot, radius is going to be 0.5 centimeter, or dropped into the vessel, 1/4 of the water flows out. After adding the lead shots, definitely the water level will increase, okay, and it flows out, right? So now I need to find the number of lead shots dropped into the vessel. So number of lead shots added in the vessel is equal to the amount of water flows out, isn't it? Now I filter the given height of the cone is given as 8 centimeter, and radius of the cone is 5 centimeter, and I need to find the volume of water which is filled till the top of the conical vessel, which is nothing but volume of a cone, isn't it? So which is 1 by 3 pi r square h. I'm not going to substitute for pi because whenever I need to find number of lead shots, okay, some numbers, I know that I have to divide one volume with the other volume. So pi and pi will get cancelled. So just keep pi as it is. R is 5 times 5 and h is 8. So just multiply because there is no common factor to cancel it. So 8 5s are 40. 40 times 5 is 200 pi by 3 cubic units, right? So centimeter cube. Why we need to find volume of water first? Because after adding number of lead shots, some part of the water flows out. So they said 1/4 of the water flows out. So 1/4 of volume of water is going to be the volume of lead shots added. Okay, after finding volume of lead shots added, I can find number of lead shots. Okay, that is volume of the total number of lead shots. Okay, volume of total lead shots added divided by volume of each lead shots. So in order to find the volume of total number of lead shots, I'm finding volume of water first, and then I'm going to multiply by 1 by 4. So let's do that. Volume of lead shots added in the vessel. Okay, so that is equal to 1/4 of volume of water, that is 200 pi by 3, isn't it? So that is equal to, if I cancel, it is going to be 50 pi by 3 centimeter cube. Now I need to find volume of each lead shots. So volume of each lead shot is going to be, each lead shot is in the shape of a sphere, so volume of each lead shot is 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is equal to 4 by 3 pi times r is zero point 0.5, right? We know the radius of a spherical lead shot is 0.5 centimeter. So zero point 0.5 into zero point 0.5 into zero point 0.5. So that is equal to 4 by 3 pi times 0.125. So I'm just multiplying zero point 0.5 times zero point 0.5 times zero point 0.5, which is going to be 0.125. And when I multiply, it is going to be zero point 0.5 by 3 pi. Isn't it? Because 125 into 4 is going to be 500 and 3 decimal digits. So 3 digit before I need to place the decimal point. So it is zero point 0.5 by 3 pi. So now I need to find the number of lead shots, isn't it? So what is the formula for number of lead shots? Number of lead shots added is equal to volume of lead shots added, okay, by volume of each lead shot, isn't it? That is equal to, what is the volume of lead shot added to the vessel, which is 50 pi by 3 divided by zero point 0.5 pi by 3. So pi by 3 and pi by 3 get cancelled, so you will get 50 by zero point 0.5. Remove the decimal by multiplying 10 in the numerator and 10 in the denominator, so it will give you 500 by 5, which is 100 lead shots. So the answer is number of lead shots added is equal to 100. Let's see the internal choice question. A copper wire of diameter 8 millimeter. So wire diameter is equal to 8 millimeter and the radius will be 4 millimeter, isn't it? Is evenly wrapped on a cylinder of length 24 centimeter. So the length of the cylinder is 24 centimeter and the diameter 49 centimeter to cover the whole surface. So diameter is 49 centimeter, which implies radius is diameter by 2, that is 49 by 2 centimeter. So I'm not dividing it, I'm just keeping it as it is. So what am I supposed to find? I have to find two subdivisions. One, the length of the wire, and two is volume of the wire. So in order to find the length of the wire, first I need to find how many turns it has wrapped on the cylinder of length 24 centimeter, isn't it? So number of turns of copper wire wrapped on a cylinder, okay, that I have to find. So what is the total length of the cylinder? The total length of the cylinder is 24, right? So that divided by the diameter of the wire will give you the number of turns the wire has wrapped around the cylinder. Okay, so 24 centimeter divided by zero point 0.8, so multiply by 10 to remove the decimal in the denominator, so it will be 240 by 8, that is going to be 30. So number of turns the copper wire has been wrapped is 30. Check the figure for better understanding. So the total length of the cylinder or the height of the cylinder is going to be 24 centimeter and the diameter of the wire, okay, is 8 millimeter or zero point 0.8 centimeter. So if I divide this 24 centimeter, that is the length of the cylinder, by diameter, I will get the number of turns a copper wire has been wrapped. Okay, so now I need to find the length of the wire, right? But first let me find length of a wire taken one turn to wrap the cylinder, that is equal to, it's a circle, right? So when it is wrapping, it is in terms of circle, so it is a circumference of the circle, so it is 2 pi r, that is 2 into 22 by 7 times the radius is going to be, it's 49 by 2. So cancel 7 and 49, which is 7 times 2 and 2 get cancelled. So your answer for length of wire taken to wrap around the cylinder is 154 centimeter. But I need to find the length of the wire which wrapped the entire cylinder, which means it has taken 30 turns to wrap around the cylinder, isn't it? So length of wire for 30 turns to wrap around the cylinder is equal to 30 times 154. So it is going to be 4620 centimeter. So I have find the length of the wire. Now I need to find the volume of the wire. Now I need to determine the volume of the wire. So volume of wire is equal to pi r square h, isn't it? Because it is wrapped around the cylinder, so it is in the form of a cylinder. So I'm using the formula for the cylinder. So what is pi? 22 by 7, and r is the radius of the wire. Radius of the wire is zero point 0.4 centimeter, so r square will be zero point 0.4 times zero point 0.4, and h is nothing but the height of the wire or length of the wire. So we already find the length of the wire here for 30 turns. That is going to be the height of the wire, isn't it? That is 4620. Now I can cancel 7 and 4620. So 7 6 are 42. Again the carryover will be 4, so it becomes 42. Again 7 6 are, so it becomes 660. Okay. If you multiply all this and if you place the right decimal point, you will get 2323.2 centimeter cube. So, question number 33, prove that any line parallel to parallel sides of a trapezium divides the non parallel sides proportionally. So, first write the given, that is ABCD is a trapezium. Okay, and I have drawn the figure. We need to draw the figure. Now, I know AB is parallel to CD and AD and BC are non-parallel sides. Okay. So what they are asking me to prove, any line parallel to the parallel sides of a trapezium. So I am taking EF, okay, is a line parallel to parallel sides AB and CD. Okay. So now what is the construction? I am just joining AC, okay, which intersects EF at G. So now what I have to prove? To prove AE by ED, the sides of the non-parallel sides are in proportion, isn't it? So AE by ED is equal to BF by FC. Okay, so what is the proof? So first let me consider a triangle ADC. In ADC, I know AE by ED is equal to AG by GC by basic proportionality theorem, isn't it? So I'm just making it as equation 1. Now, in triangle, the next triangle is ABC. In triangle ABC, AG by GC is equal to BF by FC. So again by basic proportionality theorem. So this is equation 2. Okay. So now from 1 and 2, I am just comparing AE by ED is equal to BF by FC. So hence I proved the non-parallel sides are in proportion. How did I get it? Because AG by GC is common in both the equation 1 and 2. So I can compare the other two proportionals, that is AE by ED is equal to BF by FC. Hence proved. Question number 34 as an internal choice question. Let's do one by one. Two taps together fill a tank in 93 by 8 hours, isn't it? The tap of the larger diameter takes 10 hours less than the smaller one to fill the tank separately. So there are two taps with different diameters. One is a smaller and one is a larger. And it takes different time to fill the tank respectively, isn't it? So let me take the time taken by smaller pipe to fill the tank, okay, will be XR, right? Similarly, the time taken by larger pipe. So they already said it is 10 hours lesser, so it is x minus 10 hours. So both the pipe fills the complete tank, the one tank, isn't it? So now I want to find what is the part of the tank that is filled in 1 hour. Okay, so the part of tank filled by 1 hour with the smaller pipe is going to be 1 by x. Similarly, the part of tank filled by the larger pipe in 1 hour, okay, that is going to be 1 by x minus 10. Now come to the first part of the question. Two water taps together can fill a tank in 93 by 8 hours. So when I add together, both the taps can completely fill a tank in 93 by 8 hours, isn't it? So that is 1 by 93 by 8. Okay, so 1 by x plus 1 by x minus 10, because we are just calculating for per hour, so is equal to 1 by 9 8s are 72 plus 3 is 75 by 8. So now take the LCM. So this is going to be x minus 10 plus x by x into x minus 10, isn't it? So I don't have x minus 10 here, so I'm multiplying by x minus 10 and x minus 10, and here I am multiplying by x by x if I take a LCM, isn't it? And this will be reciprocated, so it becomes 8 by 75. So now x minus 10 plus x will be 2x minus 10 divided by x into x minus 10 is equal to 8 by 75. So I'm just cross multiplying. So it is 75 times 2x minus 10 is equal to 8x times x minus 10. If you evaluate the bracket, it is going to be 150x minus 750 is equal to 8x square minus 80x. So now bring all the terms to the right hand side because x square is positive here. So 8x square minus 80x. Now I'm bringing 150x to the other side, so it becomes minus 150x. Negative 750 crosses the equal sign, become positive 750, that is equal to 0. So 8x square minus 230x plus 750 is equal to 0. Now you can use splitting the middle terms method to factorize. So I have shown the factorization here. So 8x square minus 230x is splitted as minus 200x minus 30x plus 750 is equal to 0. Now take 8x commonly outside, so you will get x minus 25 times 8 will be 200, isn't it? And here if I take minus 30 commonly outside, you will get x minus 25. Okay, so it will be 8x minus 30, x minus 25 is equal to 0. So x can be 30 by 8 if you equate to 0, and x equal to 25. So if I take x equal to 30 by 8, x minus 10 is the time taken by the larger pipe to fill the tank. So it will be 30 by 8 minus 10. So take LCM. So you will get 30 minus 80 by 8, which will result in negative, but the time cannot be negative, isn't it? So x equal to 30 by 8 is not possible. So x is equal to 25. So the time taken by the smaller pipe to fill the tank is 25 hours, and the time taken by the larger pipe to fill the tank, that is x minus 10, that is 15 hours. So conclude the same. Let's move on to second part of the internal choice. A rectangular part is to be designed. Okay, a rectangular part. So the area is going to be length into breadth, isn't it? Whose breadth is 3 meter less than its length. So I'm comparing breadth with the length. So what I am doing is I'm defining the length of the park bx. Okay, and what would be the breadth of the park then? Breadth of the park is going to be 3 times lesser, so that is equal to x minus 3 meter, isn't it? So its area is to be, so what would be the area of the park then? As I said, it is a rectangular park, so I have to multiply length with the breadth, so it is x into x minus 3 meter square. So its area is to be 4 square meter more than the area of the park that has already been made in shape of an isosceles triangle. So first let me find the area of a park which is in the shape of an isosceles triangle. Okay, so what is the area of a triangle? That is of into base into height. Height is nothing but the altitude. So they have already given with its base as the breadth of a rectangular park. So base, I can just substitute the breadth of the rectangular park, which is x minus 3. And the altitude, which is nothing but the height, is given as 12 meter, isn't it? So if I just cancel 2 and 12, I'm going to get 6. So area of the park in the shape of isosceles triangle is going to be 6 into x minus 3 meter square. Now come to the second part of the question, which has been highlighted in yellow. Its area is to be 4 square meter more than the area of a park that is in the shape of a isosceles triangle. So they have given me the clue, area of rectangular park is going to be 4 square meter more than area of a isosceles park. So area of a isosceles park plus 4, isn't it? So now I am just going to substitute the area which I got from the previous values. So x into x minus 3 is the area of a rectangular part, isn't it? Let me write this as rectangular. That is equal to area of isosceles triangle part, which is going to be 6 times x minus 3 plus 4. So now just evaluate the bracket. So x square minus 3x is equal to 6x minus 18 plus 4. Now I am just bringing all the terms to the right hand side. So x square minus 3x minus 6x plus 18 minus 4 is equal to 0. So combine the like terms together. So you will get x square minus 9x plus 14 equal to 0. So now split the middle term. So 7 times 2 is 14, but in the middle I have minus 9, so I have to put the sign as negative. So it is x square minus 7x minus 2x plus 14 equal to 0. Take x commonly outside, you will get x minus 7. Here minus 2 outside, so x minus 7. So you will get two values, x minus 2 and x minus 7, which is equated to 0. If I equate x minus 2 to 0, I will get the value x equal to 2. And if I equate x minus 7 to 0, I will get x equal to 7. So x can take the value 2 or 7. I need to substitute in breadth to find which value is right. So if I take x equal to 2, breadth is going to be x minus 3, that is 2 minus 3 will yield a negative value. X equal to 2 is not possible. So if I substitute the length as 7 meter, so I know x is nothing but length. So length is 7 meter. The breadth is going to be 7 minus 3, isn't it? Because 3 less. So 7 minus 3 is 4 meter. So the length is 7 meter and the breadth is going to be 4 meter. This is your answer. Let's move on to question number 35, which is the last question from section D. If the median of the distribution given below is 28.5, find the values of x and y. So first, let me write in the tabulation format. So the class interval is given, frequency is given, right? So in order to find the value missed frequency, I need to find the cumulative frequency. So cumulative frequency, the first you write as it is. Now add the next value. So 5 and x added to get 5 plus x. Next will be 20 plus 5 plus x, which is 25 plus x, and add the next value. It is going to be 40 plus x, and next add y to it, so 40 plus x plus y, and the next value will be 45 plus x plus y. So find the total. They have given the total as 60, so I'm writing that here. Okay, so the cumulative frequency, the last cumulative frequency will be the total value. So I know 45 plus x plus y is going to be equal to 60. But since there are two unknowns, I cannot find either x or y using this relation, isn't it? Okay, so what else is given? They have given median as 28.5. So the first find the median class. So 28.5 belongs to the median class 20 to 30, isn't it? And what is the formula for the median? Median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF by F into H. So just filter all the values. So I'm going to write L. L is nothing but the lower limit, which is 20. N is 60, isn't it? So n by 2 will become 30. And what is f? F is a frequency in the median class. So f is going to be 20. And what is cumulative frequency? The previous value of the median class, that is 5 plus x. So I'm going to substitute all this. Okay, and what is H? H is the class size, that is class size 20 to 30 is going to be 10. So median is given as 28.5, equal to L is the lower limit, that is 20, n by 2 is 30, minus cumulative frequency is 5 plus x. Please specify inside the bracket because there are two terms and there is a minus outside, by f. F is a frequency which is 20 into class size is 10. So cancel this. So now transpose 20 to the other side. So you will get 30, evaluate the minus sign, it is minus 5 minus x by 2. So 28.5 minus 20 is going to be 8.5 is equal to 25 minus x by 2. So which will give the value as 8.5 times 2 is going to be 17 is equal to 25 minus x. So x equal to 25 minus 17 and transposing x to this side, 17 to the other side, isn't it? It's x equal to 8. So after I get the value of x as 8, I can substitute equation 45 plus x plus y is equal to 60. So 45 plus 8 plus y is equal to 60. 53 plus y is equal to 60, which implies y is equal to 7. So I have find the value x is equal to 8 and y is equal to 7. So hope you are able to solve all the questions along with me. All the best for your board exams. Let's solve case study questions from section E in my next video of sample paper 3. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Learn Math with Priya. In this video, we are going to discuss case study questions from sample paper 3. Anita's mother started a new shoes shop. To display the shoes, she put 3 pairs of shoes in the first row. So first write 3 and the second row she has put 5 pairs of shoes, and in the third row, 7 pairs, and so on. So it is in sequences, and we need to find it. Okay, so A is the first term, and how you will find D? A2 minus A1, isn't it? That is 5 minus 3 is going to be 2. So D is 2. So these are the things which I should remember. And first, let me check whether it is an arithmetic progression. So 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7. So constant difference, right? Okay. On the basis of above information, answer the following question. If she puts a total, so total is sum, okay, of 120 pair of shoes, then find the number of shoes required. So they're asking me to find n and Sn is given. So Sn is given as 120. So what is the Sn formula? Sn is equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 times d, isn't it? So I'm going to substitute Sn as 122 and the value of a as well as d. So it will be 2 times 3 plus n minus 1 times 2. So just take this 2 to the other side, so it becomes 240 equal to n times 3 times 2 is 6 plus, and I'm just expanding this bracket, so it is 2n minus 2. So n times 6 minus 2 is 4 plus 2n. So if I expand it, it is going to be 4n plus 2n square, isn't it? So now just take 240 to the other side. So it will be 2n square plus 4n, and 240 comes to the right side, so it becomes minus 240 equal to 0, isn't it? So now I can just split the middle terms, but before that you can see all are multiples of 2. So I am dividing by 2 for all the terms. So it gives me n square plus 2n minus 120 equal to 0. Now do the splitting middle terms. So the combination will be 12 times 10, isn't it? And here 2 is positive, so the greater sign should be positive and this will be negative. Okay. So you can write n square plus 12n minus 10n minus 120 equal to 0, isn't it? So instead of plus 2n, I'm splitting the middle term as plus 12n minus 10n. So now take n commonly outside, you will get n plus 12. And here if you take minus 10 commonly outside, you will get n plus 12, that is equal to 0. N plus 12 is again common, take it outside, so you will get n minus 10 equal to 0. So either n plus 12 equal to 0 or n minus 10 equal to 0. So if I put n plus 12 equal to 0, n equal to minus 12, but the number of terms cannot be negative. So here n is equal to 10, hence the number of terms should be 10. So that is my first answer. Now come to the second question. What is the difference of pair of shoes in the 17th row and the 10th row? So 17th row means A17. Okay, that is A plus n minus 1D is the formula. So it is A plus 17 minus 1, that is 16D. So we have A is 3 and D as 2, right? So substitute here. So you will get 3 plus 16 times 2, that is 35, right? So A17 is 35. Now 10th row. So A10 is equal to A plus 10 minus 1, which is 9D. So substitute the value. So 3 plus 9 times 2. It is going to be 3 plus 18, which is 21. Isn't it? So I know A10 is going to be 21. Now they are asking me to find the difference. That is, I have to subtract A17 minus A10, which will be 35 minus 21. So it is 14, isn't it? That is your second answer. Let's move on to question number 37. A 1.2 meter tall girl spots a balloon moving with the wind in a horizontal line at a height of 88.2 meter from the ground. So from the ground, in the sense the height of the balloon with respect to the ground, okay, the base is 88.2, and they said the tall girl is standing at 1.2 meter and she is 1.2 meter tall. So then what will be the height of the balloon with respect to this horizontal line? I want this, right? So it is 88.2 minus 1.2. So I'm just subtracting 1.2 meter. Okay, so it is going to be 87 meter, isn't it? Now, the angle of elevation of the balloon from the eyes of the girl at any instant is 60 degree. So from the eyes to first starting place of the balloon is 60. Okay, that is this angle. And then after 30 seconds, the balloon started moving horizontally, okay, and the angle of elevation changes to 30 degree. Okay, now they are asking me to find the distance traveled by the balloon during the interval. So suppose if I take this as x, they are asking me to find the distance traveled from this point to this point. Okay, so here I can mention the same value as x. Okay, and from the eyes to this point I can take it as y, horizontal distance. Okay, so first let us consider this triangle where the angle of elevation is 60 degree. So tan 60 is equal to opposite by adjacent. So what is opposite? If this is 87 meter, this line or height is also 87 meter, isn't it? So opposite is 87 divided by adjacent. Adjacent is y, isn't it? So here what is tan 60? Tan 60 is root 3, isn't it? So now I am taking y to the other side and just bringing root 3 down, so it becomes 87 by root 3. If I just rationalize this, it is going to be 87 root 3 by 3. So if I cancel 3 and 87, it is 29 times, isn't it? So y is equal to 29 root 3 meter, but I need to find the distance x, okay, where the starting portion of the balloon is here and it has traveled to here. So that distance I have to calculate. So now I have to consider the other triangle. So I'm considering this bigger triangle where tan 30 is equal to, again opposite by adjacent, that is 87 divided by the overall distance from the girl to the final point of the balloon, horizontal distance, isn't it? That is y plus x. So tan 30 is 1 by root 3 is equal to 87 by 29 root 3 plus x. I don't know the distance, so I'm just keeping it as x. So now cross multiply. So 29 root 3 plus x equal to 87 root 3. So just transpose. So it is going to be 87 root 3 minus 29 root 3. That is going to be 58 root 3. Okay, meter. So distance of x in terms of root 3 will be 58 root 3 meter. Suppose if I substitute the value root 3 as 1.732, then x is closest approximation of 100.46 meter approximately. Okay. So this is the answer for the first question. The distance traveled is 100.46 meter and the working has been shown here. Question number 2, find the speed of the balloon. So what is the formula for speed? That is distance over time, right? Distance by time. So distance is 100.46 meter, right? And the time traveled is 30 seconds. So divided by 30. So it is meter per second, right? So unit of speed is meter per second. So it is 3 times 10 in the denominator. So for 110, one digit before the decimal move. So it is 10.046 divided by 3 meter per second. That is going to be 3.348 meter per second. If I round off to the two decimal digits, it is going to be 3.35 meter per second approximately. So this is your second answer. Let's move on to question number 38. In the sport of cricket, the captain sets the field according to a plan. He instructs the player to take a position at a particular place. There are two reasons to set a cricket field: to take wickets and to stop runs being scored. So, up to now, there is no relevant information with respect to the sums we are going to do. Okay, the following graph shows the position of the player during the cricket match. Yeah, from here it is important. Find the coordinates of the point on y axis. So PA will be equal to QA because they are equidistant. And you know the distance formula between PA, that is root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. That is the distance formula which I am going to apply for PA. Okay, so that is here the point P is 2 comma minus 5 and the point A is 0 comma y and represented the coordinates here. Okay, I'm just labeled it as x1 y1 x2 y2. So this will be root of x2 minus x1, so 0 minus 2 the whole square plus y minus of minus 5 will be plus 5 the whole square, isn't it? And similarly, this is distance PA and I have to find distance QA. Okay, so I want the points Q and A. So Q is minus 2 comma 9 and A is 0 comma y. Again, I'm labeling as x1 y1 x2 y2. So distance of QA is going to be root of 0 minus of minus 2 will be 0 plus 2 the whole square plus y minus 9 the whole square. Now I'm just going to equate these two. Okay, distance PA will be equal to distance QA, right? So I'm going to equate these two. That is root 0 minus 2 will be just a minus 2 the whole square, that is 4 plus y plus 5 the whole square is equal to, again 0 plus 2 is 2, 2 square is 4, so root 4 plus y minus 9 the whole square. Cancel square on both sides. So here itself you can do it another way. If you square on both sides, automatically squares will get cancelled. So you can make it as PA square is equal to QA square. So it is easy for you to simplify. Okay, so that is equal to 4 and I'm expanding a plus b the whole square identity. So which is y square plus 25 plus 10y is equal to 4 plus y square plus 81 minus 18y. So if I transpose y square to this side, it will be negative y square. So 5 square and y square will get cancelled. Similarly, 4, if I transpose here, 4, negative 4, so 4 and 4 will get cancelled. So finally, I will get 25 plus 10y is equal to 81 minus 18y. So take 18y to the other side. So 10y plus 18y is equal to 81. Transpose 25 to the other side. It is minus 25. So 28y is equal to 56. So y is equal to 56 divided by 28, which implies y is equal to 2. So if I want to know the coordinates of A, just substitute y over there. It is 0 comma 2. That is the answer for the first question. Let's move on to second subdivision of question number 38. Find the ratio. So whenever they are asking me to find the ratio, let the ratio be k is to 1, isn't it? Which x-axis divides a line segment. So if it is x-axis, then I have to use the section formula. Here I know y equal to 0, right? So let me take any point as no C, where y is 0, so x will be x, y will be 0. So this is going to divide the segment between the points s 3 comma minus 3 and find leg, that is minus 2 comma 7. So let me take maybe this I can take it as n, and now I can mention the coordinates x1 y1 x2 y2, and the ratio will be m is to n, isn't it? That is k is to 1. So cx comma 0 is equal to, I'm applying the formula, mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n, and y coordinate will be my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. So substitute here. So since y is 0, I can equate the y coordinate to 0 so that I will get the answer of the required ratio. So substituting m as k, x2 is minus 2, n is 1, x1 is 3 by k plus 1, comma, m is k, y2 is 7, n is 1, y1 is minus 3 by k plus 1. So it is easy for me if I just take the y coordinate because I already know the value of y as 0. So I'm equating the y coordinate, that is 7 times k plus 1 times minus 3 is minus 3 by k plus 1. Transpose to the other side. So I will get k plus 1 times 0 is 0 is equal to 7k minus 3. Or I can just swap it. 7k minus 3 is equal to 0. So 7k is equal to 3. K is equal to 3 by 7. So the required ratio is k is to 1. So I'm substituting the value of k. 3 by 7 is to 1. So if I multiply 7 on both sides, okay, I will get 3 is to 7, or just take it this to the other side. So you will get the required ratio as 3 is to 7. That is your second answer. So with this, we are coming to the end of the sample paper 3 with all the sections done. So if you have not watched my previous video on section A, B, C, D, E, please click the following link which is given in the description box. Let's meet on our next sample paper. Till then, it's Priya signing off. All the best. Thank you.